Adama Sanogo, Coach Dan Hurley, and Alex Karaban.
Obviously, disappointing loss. I just thought Marquette really jumped us to start the game. I don't think we anticipated their ball pressure. I thought they really got after us to start the game, put us on our heels. Obviously, we were fortunate to go in tied, and then just put ourselves behind the eight ball, just giving up 18 points the first 5 minutes of the second half. Obviously, mixing in some zone and some different things. We limited them for the remainder of the game, but I just thought we lost the game. Beginning of the second half, just 18 points in 5 minutes or whatever it was.
Questions for right here, Dave?
For anyone, obviously you guys really want them this bad. Are you confident that you'll be able to bounce back for next week in the NCAA tournament, get right back, get the confidence back for that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more than confident in our team. We came into this being one of the hottest teams in the country, and we're not going to let one game set us back. I mean, this is heartbreaking. It's crushing us right now. It's going to crush us for the next day, but then we got to move quickly and continue to have trust in what we've done this entire season. Can't have one game break us.
Right here on the left.
Yeah, I agree with Alex. Of course, he's gonna be painful a little bit, but we don't have a choice. We have to let it go. But tomorrow, but next couple of hours, we have to let it go and get ready for next week, and we're gonna bounce back for sure next week. Yeah.
Coach, in the final 2 minutes and 8 seconds, the shots didn't fall. You hit your last three-pointer at the 9:25 mark in the half. What were your plans? What were your messages to the team for offense coming out in those closing moments?
Yeah, I thought we got some great looks at threes there. Down two. In transition. A couple threes to get us the lead. We just. This time of year, obviously our defense early in the second half let us down. But we toughened up a lot, and on the backboard the second half. In the end, this time of year in March, you got to make shots in big spots, especially against teams of Marquette's caliber. That obviously felt like a Sweet 16 type of game, Elite 8 type of game. Obviously, Andre, to have him as a non-factor with the foul trouble, that hurt. Obviously, a lot as well. He's heart and soul of the team and one of our best players. So, thought we had chances to take the lead and surge ahead. Just didn't make the shots.
In front here.
Coach, how impressed with you, even though it was a losing effort, how impressed with you were with the bench looking like bringing the productivity that you saw when you started off 14-0? Yeah,
I mean, we would have been, and obviously Andre basically, hardly played, right? He played 14 minutes and, didn't have the impact that he has for us. And then, and credit Marquette, their defense was excellent. They're really physical, to go, 4 for 21, with the starting backcourt. Without those two, without Joey and Naheem, we're not getting a sniff of it late. So, the bench was big. I thought Donovan second half minutes, were much better. His first half, he looked just a little bit behind plays. But the bench is a big part of how we've been able to get to the season we've had.
Adam on the right.
Dan, Villanova's kind of been the standard bearer for the Big East for the last decade. How much of an opportunity now is this for UConn, Marquette, Creighton to, extend what the Big East has done with some other teams?
Yeah, the frustrating thing for us, and I'll speak for for where we are, is just to be back in the semis for the third straight year, and they've been pretty three pretty excruciating losses. We were hell bent on playing for championship tomorrow. That was, I think, there was no doubt in anyone's mind that we were going to with all due respect to Marquette, we know how outstanding they are. They've got a chance to be a Final Four team this year or better. So we knew what we were going up against, but you know, we also know we have a special team, and you know, we're not going to do what our past teams have done, which was to maybe get caught up in the you know, wallow in losing. You know, Big East tournament's such a big deal. This crowd is so unbelievable, and the atmosphere is so incredible. That losing in this environment in your conference tournament, I think the last couple of years has put us in a bad mental state, and you know, we're not going to allow that to happen this year. We're going to get our minds right very quickly and get ready to make a run next week.
Joe, second row.
Coach, you talked about the defense to start the second half. What was there a difference in the way that they were playing on offense from the previous two games that really led to those open shots?
I think, again, I don't, you know, you don't want to make excuses, but when you're playing one of the best offenses in the country, you know, with like an amazing quarterback in Kolick, we screwed up some switches and ball screens. You know, we were really bad defensively. For us to give up 12 threes to Joplin and Jones speaks to, you know, the half a day prep that you get to play an offense like that. I think that hurt us with our man defense. Obviously, the zone, you know, the different zones allowed us to stabilize some things. But I just thought the short prep really, really hurt us because they're so hard to defend.
Two more. Gavin.
You've now got, obviously, a chance to play for another tournament. How much you kind of looking forward to that? Talking about turning the page and kind of getting ready for the next step.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be rough. I mean, you're going to be, you know, it's going to be a really terrible mental and emotional hangover. I would imagine until Sunday, and you know, I think that the difference for us is, you know, we're going to start prepping for potential opponents based on where we think we're going to be. You know, seeded, start getting a head start on who we're going to play. And we're just going to turn the page quicker than we have in past years. I think as a leader, I've allowed the disappointment of losing in the semis here to linger over the group, and this group is going to move quickly. And we know that we you know, listen, if we make one more, we get some good looks from three. We make one more shot, we win the game versus a top, you know, those are two top 10 teams that just played, you know, a high-level game.
Last question, Jamal.
Yeah, Coach, along the same lines, you dominated, you know, non-conference teams this year. Big East, such a grind. Does that give you any added confidence going into the NCAAs?
Yeah, I think so. I think we, you know, I think in general we have a ton of confidence. This, you know, this knocked us back a little bit. You know, but I think that we know that we're capable of playing elite level defense. We got tons of answers on offense. I think this league battle tests you like very few conferences will battle test you. You play so many different types of styles. Games are so physical. You know, I think that you know, we're going to go into the tournament next week and you know, and feel like we have as good a chance as anyone to make a deep run in the tournament.
UConn, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, John.